have everything set
Drop
up
the
first.
beat, Edmund. Drop
What
it.
do you mean drop the beat?
Drop the beat. Drop it.
I don't know. I'm not
Oh
dropping
my
the
god.
beats.
I'll do it myself. Boots and cats and boots and cats and
What the f*** are
boots
you
and
doing?
cats and boots and cats. I'm doing a beat. Boots and cats and boots and cats and it's the Emmizzie.
Yeah.
Do that. Yeah, just like that. It's the Emmizzie. That's you.
No.
You're not doing it right.
Yeah.
It's the Emmizzie.
You real
Emma's
extra
got
doing all the
thighs.
dances with the
We got
intro.
4 eyes.
No.
What else rhymes with eyes?
Flies. What's
Flies?
your dance? One more time.
She stank, you got flies.
And we're done. Okay, that's it. If we're out of here.
Hi.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Emmizzie podcast. My name is Edmund. This is Nicholas, which is two men with hands, and we're here to talk about Selena Gomez.
And we're not here to talk about that lady.
No, but we are here to tell you to be here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/Nicholas James Emmizzie. You wouldn't know that if you was already here, but you're not here because you're stupid. He's gonna leave, but you're not leaving because you would have known he left if you would have joined the Discord. You said you're tired. The Discord, link in the bio, link in the diddly do, link
All the
below
links
where
that
you
could
poo.
ever think of. Think of a link, and it's below. And if that link isn't there,
Go
then you're
link,
asking too much.
Cuban link, rib link. What's the food link in there?
ASMR. That was me opening my butthole.
Oh, why is it
That's
so?
what it sounds like.
That's a lot of air in there. It's a lot of air in there, and it stank.
Because I farted earlier. Oh, the whole house.
And
the whole house.
he don't wear drawers, so it's just straight drop. It ain't even like filtered funk. It's just like straight from the source.
Yeah, no, I farted earlier. I told him, and I was like, man, I think I have to poop, but like, I don't think I have to. So then I farted in the kitchen, and it just took over the whole house, like the whole house.
I had to walk through the house and spray.
It's
Febreze.
still lingering. You can just press X on that.
I have you guys
The purple
on there.
thing.
What? Oh. Okay.
Oh my God, Marie in the live chat, her sister's watching too. Hi, sister.
Hi, sisters. Hi.
Hi, sisters.
Hi,
I like
sisters.
little boys. My
Hi.
name's James Charles.
Whoa, shit.
Hi, sisters. My name's James Charles. And
So,
I
just
love
so you know,
minors.
we do not like little boys here.
No,
we don't
James
like
Charles
little girls.
does.
We don't like kids. Okay.
No.
And you would know that if you joined the Discord with the link in the bio, and you was here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
We already did this.
I know. I'm just doing
We're
it
not
again
doing
just
this.
because.
Like, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm great.
Well,
I'm having
great?
my my little soda pop.
Where did you get those soda pops?
Some queer bought them for me
Oh,
on Valentine's Day.
on Valentine's Day.
And
All up on Valentine's Day.
Would you care to explain why you got me these soda pops?
Because I'm nice. That's it. Just because I'm so nice.
Okay, it couldn't be because any changes in the podcast layout here, any sort of interesting sort of foliages, any sort of like just anything like happened that just kind of just made you want to do that?
I think it's just out of the kindness of my heart.
just that, eh?
Just that.
Okay.
So here's the thing. How many minutes are we in?
4.5.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll keep it cute. So we have never.
You cussed in the last episode.
And
I
we
didn't
didn't
edit
post
it
it?
out, and it didn't demonetize
See,
us.
I don't know. It's spooky because it's like sometimes they.
We
let
only
you-
did it like once or twice. It was
Right.
real quick, so just
This individual here decided for the first time in 7 years, he was just gonna get me a Valentine's Day gift. It's not that I'm saying that like ugh, he never gets me them. No, we just don't do that. Like we don't get each other gifts for many things, like Christmas or like a birthday here and there. Not Christmas, birthdays. We do birthdays. If the
Well,
other
to be
one's
fair,
not poor, birthdays.
I'm also poor most of the time, and so
Right. We usually, but that's
know.
the thing. Like we usually don't get each other gifts. And never from the beginning of dating was it like, oh, he didn't get me a gift. Like we were both very understanding and being like, I'll say it, I'm not a huge gift giver in that way with people I date because it's like, what? We can just like do things together all the time. We don't need to like have this thing where we like spend all this money and I don't know. I'm just not like that. But yeah, so out of nowhere, this bitch decides I'm just going to come home with plants. And you know what? If you had to get me a gift, it's the best one. Like, I love a plant. Like, my favorite things. So we've got a snake plant, which you already know if you've been with me for so long. I love snake plants. I am obsessed with snake plants. I used to literally make my own. I used to propagate snake plants and grow them. I couldn't bring them over to Canada. Sorry, I'm in America. When I lived in Canada, I used to have a jungle, for those who don't know, because we do have... Oh my God, stop violating my snake plant like that.
Okay, go ahead.
We used to have, at my old house, like... in the live chat, Liana says R.I.P. Doja Snake. So my last snake plant's name, or one of them, was Doja Snake, named after Doja Cat. And oh my God, and we had I'm Jisoo. Oh, Edmund just spilled his whole drink on himself. Yeah. So that's my story. Welcome back. I love your little outfit change. At least it didn't get on you, right?
It got all over me.
Oh, I thought it was just on the robe.
My robe is soaked.
Right, but it didn't get on you.
Oh.
It just got on the robe.
It got on my leg a little bit, but whatever.
You can wash the robe.
Yeah.
Couch is definitely going to be smelling like cherry Coke. Do you want some Alani?
No.
Little energy to boost your life?
I'm okay. I'll take my last
Did you want me to get you another Olipop?
I don't want
Are you
to.
sure?
Yes.
Did you want to kiss a puppy dog?
Anyway.
That could really help. If you kiss a puppy dog. Right. You want to smell my Alani? Smells like sugar. See, he's coming. He says, you obviously need a smooch because of the stress.
Oh.
Right, Papa.
Can you go lay down?
He's so rude to doggies.
You know what really make me incredibly happy? You went to go lay down.
No.
My entire
Okay,
mood would change if you went to lay down.
Oh, good boy. Anyway, so, right.
Yeah. Okay.
As you were saying, how are you? You were great.
I'm
you're
so great. I was,
Every week you're like not great. Every week you're like,
totally
I'm tired. I'm miserable.
incredible.
I'm this. And then the one week you're like, I'm great. Someone said that they love that I'm always so positive.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I feel like I come in here every week and I'm like, fuck white people.
Well, that's positive.
Right. True. Yeah.
What's negative about that?
Well, right. Okay. I see. Yes. I'm happy you're happy.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Anywho, where do we pivot?
You never ask how I am. You don't care about me. Like,
you just
every
said
week you don't. What?
I was gone for 10 minutes changing my clothes. You sat here and said how happy you was because you had plans.
But that wasn't my how am I.
How are you doing?
Like, he never asked me hello. Can we just every week he does not ask me how I am, and I'm always like, so how am I?
I'm gonna shoot myself. How are you doing?
Yeah, this bitch. What time are we?
Well past.
Perfect.
It's
Fuck
11.
you, bitch.
Okay.
So how am I?
Let me take my plants back.
You can't.
And you can.
No, you can't.
You can return them to the earth.
No, you can't.
How come you can't?
Because I said so. That's really just what it is. So, how am I? I'm good and bad.
Okay.
So I'm bad.
It's the first time.
I'm never bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bad because I hurt my shoulder.
You really did.
I really did.
It fucked up your entire
I'm
workout.
really
plan.
upset. Like people don't understand. Do you know what my whole life revolves around? Eating, my dog, you, working out, and Twitch stream. That's my just every single day. That's all I do and all I care about. Well, when one of those things is fucked up, I'm fucked up. I work out almost every day, and I was trying a different variation of an exercise, and I didn't know. Yeah, he's gonna suckle. He's
That's
upset.
fine. I just
He's
his
upset
setup is crazy.
of him.
No, how he did it
Yeah,
was
he
like,
pulls it in.
usually
He's
he just
gotta-
like pulls it in and just he was
He's
like
upset. Steve throws temper tantrums now. Okay,
old
at him.
grumpy man.
look at him. He's so fucking mad.
Just bite your shit.
Yo,
Just don't
he's
look at
so
him. Don't even look at him
mad.
'cause he's so pissed.
He's like looking like yeah, and I was trying a different variation of an exercise from a different angle, but I didn't know what angle to do it at. And I should have tried it on a lighter weight first, not just like a heavy weight. And yo, I fucked my shoulder up. And that is like kind of the worst thing because it's like you use your shoulders for everything.
You kind of like need your arms.
Like the only thing I can do is like legs.
That's your link between the rest of your body and your arms.
Yes.
If your shoulder don't work, your arm don't work.
I can do triceps and I can do biceps, but like I can't do shoulders, traps, chest because when you do chest, you're activating your front delt. Like I literally am in so much pain. And when I put the bar on for squats, like the pressure hurts my shoulder. I think it has something to do with the clavicle, so like your collarbone runs from here all the way up to here. Okay. And this is what hurts. And so, I mean, I'm just going to take like a week off of doing upper body and just call it a day.
There's something wrong with my arm in the same vein of exercise. Every time I do like chest presses or like I try to do like shoulder presses, like after a while, the inner of my elbow
do you remember mine?
Hurts.
Yeah.
Like bad. Like I can't like it's like almost like nerve pain.
I think you're gonna drop it. Like if you were holding a weight and you did it, like it would be like you can't just tough it out sometimes.
No, because it's so much pain.
Yes. Yeah. I actually don't know anything about that. I just know that I have it.
Like even as I like squeeze right now because I did shoulders last time we went to the gym, I can feel it like right now.
Yeah.
Like
I think maybe we need to start like warming up.
I don't think that's it.
I think long.
I don't think that's it. I think something happened in my arm a long time ago. Like it was one point a few years ago where like I couldn't bend my arm up like this. You remember that time a long time ago I couldn't bend my arm because I said it would hurt if I like bend it too much?
I don't recall.
Yeah, like I felt like something was like holding my like a vein or something. I don't know what it was. Something was holding like my arm from being able to bend up all the way. And then I like popped it back in place or like something like that one day. And it was just been like I've been able to bend it ever since, but like I haven't been able to do like chest press or anything ever since that day. You don't remember it, but that's what. Yeah, it was something like that a long time ago. I thought about going to the doctor about it to see like maybe
they're gonna send you to physio.
Yeah,
that's not covered.
Yeah, even if it was, that's money.
Yeah,
healthcare costs too much money.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm just gonna take like a week.
I was just like, whatever. I'm just not do chest press.
Yeah, there's other options. You don't have to do chest press. There's a million options to hit chest, so you're fine. Yeah. Chest flies. I know you hate them, but they're the best. Bam. So I'm not really happy about that. And I'm still going to continue to go to the gym. I'm just going to do different things. But on the other hand, I'm actually so good because, like, I'm looking so fucking good. I am gaining so much good weight. People in chat today, Mars was like, what are you doing different? Like, something's different. You're gaining all this muscle. I'm like, I know. Because I'm just working really hard and I just look really great. And I love that for me.
Well, let me call your dad. Get you a humble bumble in this motherfucker.
That's really crazy that you would even like take it to that point where these people don't need to know about this.
Maybe humble your britches. Maybe humble your bumble, if you will.
These people don't even need to know about this. Okay. You fucking bitch. So when I was younger, I was not insecure. I was not without confidence. Some would call it cocky. Some would say it was a problem.
Okay.
I didn't have a problem. And my dad seemed to think it was a problem.
No way.
Right. So like when growing up, my mom always said like she raised very confident kids. Like you couldn't tell us about ourselves. Like we were the most confident, like because we were so good at everything we did. Like if we did sports, we were the best. Didn't matter. You want to do something physical, we were just always the best at it. So we developed somewhat of a confidence that wasn't just confidence. It was I'm better than you to people. Right.
A little sense of superiority, eh?
Yes. And moving forward in life, that was my thing is I needed to be better. I need to be better than someone else. I have to be the best.
Okay.
So my dad took it upon himself to get me, if you guys remember Rudolph, it's almost like the claymation version, the movie, there was a abominable snowman and it had a stuffed animal. Oh my God. I wish I remember where it was. And he put in the name tag Humble Bumble and he would sneak it in my bag when I would go places. So I would travel for dance and I would travel to do stuff.
Uh-huh.
And he would sneak it in my bag and I'd open my little bag like in the ballroom of a dance convention and there would be a big Humble Bumble just to remind me, Nicholas,
knock it down a few notches.
Just take it down a bit.
Just a little bit. He
would never tell me I'm too cocky, but he would give me a Humble Bumble. Yeah, he would. He's so creative.
I like his shade. It's good. He's good at shade.
Yeah.
To be a straight Indian man from Canada, he's very good at shade.
Well, you have to think about it. So he wasn't raised by an Indian woman. He was raised by a Caribbean woman. Mm-hmm. That is a level of shade. Mm-hmm. While she's Indian, she's born and raised in Trinidad.
She's culturally Caribbean.
Born and raised in Trinidad. That lady is the shadiest lady.
Yeah,
all time.
And she's scary because she's 90-something years old and her brain still works like she's 20. She be quick with it.
She'd hear you from across the room and she would say the most slick shit to you.
Yeah,
that's who raised her.
You can't even walk. That's crazy. You talking crazy from the other side.
But you need help upstairs.
But I got to carry you up the stairs. It's wild.
She'll read you while you do it. Oh yeah, she is ruthless. Like my mom's kind of mean. She is shady.
Your mama is not scared of her, but your mama, no, she can't go toe to toe with her.
No, that's why my mom's just mean to her.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't. My mom's not shady. My mom's just mean. Like, yeah. But I love it. But yeah, no, my grandma's shady as fuck. I
love that.
Yeah, so that's why my dad's like that. Wow, yeah, Humble Bumble. I don't have it. I don't need to be humble. I work very hard. I'm hot.
You should get a Humble Bubble. I was about to say, I said Hubba Bubba.
You should get some Hubba Bubba gum.
You should get a Humble Bumble tattoo.
That's so cute.
You should.
Oh my God, let me write that down.
A little Humble Bumble tattoo.
Yes, that is really cute. Hold on, I need to screenshot
and put it on your eyeball.
Sorry?
Huh?
Why?
What? Put it under your eye. You know, people got the teardrop. You can have a Humble Bumble.
Yeah, the little Humble Bumble. It was this. But it had a name tag that was Humble Bumble. Yeah, I'm totally going to do that. That was such a good idea. I totally should do that. Anyway, so that's how I am. I'm sad, but I'm hot. So you know what?
Chain.
That's all that matters.
You can get a chain, a little pendant.
I'm probably not a chain kind of guy.
What you mean? Get you a bust down Tatiana.
I feel like that's like maybe not my thing.
Get you a gold link bust down Tatiana with a Humble Bumble on that bitch. Gold link, thick Cuban link,
like thick,
12 millimeter thick.
That's
15 millimeter thick. $100,000 chain, huh? Bust down Humble Bumble. White diamonds, blue diamonds, huh? Shimmering VVS.
Yeah.
That's how you gotta come.
I probably won't do that, but or you get like the watch that's like covered in diamonds and the face is the Humble Bumble. And it's diamonds.
The Humble Bumble
Patek Philippe.
Yup.
The Humble Bumble Felipe.
I need a Humble Bumble Grammarly.
Right. That's going to be our first sponsor.
Humble Bumble enunciation practice. Ooh-wee.
Anyway, we're going to get into a segment we like to call Hot Topics.
Yum. Hey, we can go first. How many you got? You said you got 4.
I only have 4.
I have 2, but they're very like serious and probably long.
Do I have serious ones? I
have super serious ones.
Normally that's me. I think I only have one like chill one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have one chill one. Do you guys want to start with I don't give a fuck what you want.
Yeah, just start with the chill one. Yeah. Since everything else is going to be downhill from here.
Yeah, so we're going to start with one. This is very serious. Everybody buckle up. This is very serious.
Click, click.
Okay, maybe the most serious thing we talk about today. Why eggs? Why are eggs the thing that's so fucking expensive right now? Why eggs? When you go to the store, I don't feel inflation like I feel it on eggs. Everyone's talking about the price of eggs, the price of eggs. Why eggs? Like, do we know?
I think they I don't know. I think they're saying it was bird flu, but I
We're
don't
on a
believe
chicken
that.
shortage?
I can't tell. It's chicken every time I go to the store.
Right. There's chickens everywhere.
Yeah, why is it that the eggs be high but the chicken still be the same price? Why is the chicken still cheap but the egg high if it's bird flu? Then don't they mean the whole bird got the flu? The whole bird is sick.
Right. So you're just selling me like part of it? Or the heating of it like kills it? But I'm cooking my eggs.
The fuck?
You bitches are eating eggs raw?
Liana in the chat says the chickens are getting infected with the avian
flu.
And
The
they're not,
Evian flu, the water flu.
and they're not going to sell infected eggs, but
They're selling
chicken.
so much meat. So I don't think I understand that.
Yeah,
Like the price of chicken is not going up.
2 and 2 ain't making four for me, girl. So
No, because I'm about to go get some fucking chickens and hide them in the basement.
Yeah,
Like, I'm sick of it. I just don't understand. That's what makes the price of eggs go up?
I mean, if
The
it's,
flu?
I mean, if it's like, how certain are you that it's real chicken? Oh,
Bitch, I don't even need a real egg.
oh my god,
I live in America now. I don't care what's in my food.
that's crazy.
I'm here to consume. Okay? I'm adapting.
I can tell.
Yes. See? Because I'm also a little stupid now, too. I moved to America. Hello?
Yeah, I mean, if the chickens are sick, then that means that they're putting out less chickens, which means that it's basic supply and demand, honey. If there's less chicken, then that means
Make
the
more
prices go up.
chickens.
Honey, if there's a flu outbreak, that means the chickens are getting sick. Even the new chickens that they make is getting sick. So because the chickens are sick, they can't sell the chickens or the eggs.
So put the chickens somewhere else. Don't put them with the sick chickens.
They're sick already. How you gonna move
Not
those
every
sick
chicken's
chicken?
not sick.
Exactly.
So put the non-sick chickens with the non-sick chickens. Let them fuck. Let them bark, bark, and make new chickens. I actually don't understand. What's the big deal?
Because the chickens that aren't sick are less than the ones that are sick.
Right. Get them fucking.
Okay.
Let them chicken buck.
All right. Liana said they sell fake egg. Go buy fake egg.
Where? I've never heard of this. Where? Let me know.
It's probably like them boxed yolk things.
Ew, those like
Yolk,
egg whites in the milk carton.
Ooh.
That's really crazy.
That is
that
so
pours out and it
disgusting.
looks like nut. Like I don't understand how
I've never
people.
seen it what it looked like because I'm never gonna buy it.
You ever seen nut? You did last night.
Okay. All right.
Right.
It's like that.
Because somebody wouldn't let me go to bed. I was tired, yawning.
Well, that's too bad.
It's called Just Egg. Okay.
Like
this took a turn.
Liana said, you said where? Liana said the fucking grocery store.
Right.
Where else would it be?
But is it expensive?
She said the brand is called Just Egg.
But is it expensive?
Yeah, it's pretty high.
I just don't understand why we're not letting more chickens fuck.
It's like $8 a bottle.
We need to let these chickens hit.
But like, even if you get the Just Egg, that's going to be more expensive now than it used to be because of the supply of eggs.
I just feel like I don't get it. There's a lot of...
So can you like break down to me what you're confused
because
about?
when we all have all this mad cow disease, the price of beef doesn't go up. It stays the same.
I think it does.
I don't notice, and I buy beef all the time. Why is eggs going up so aggressively?
Well, I think it's like politicized too, and it's like company what's I'm trying to say, like greed and shit like that. It's a lot of factors.
How do you even get the bird flu? How does a bird just get the bird flu? Aren't these chickens like together, like in a certain place? Like where's the bird flu coming up from?
Oh, just from them being together and being in fucked up environments and stuff.
Right, but where is the bird flu like deriving?
From the environment, probably.
How do you just make bird flu?
From like the environment, like it's like how if you just like leave water in a container, mold pops up.
Yeah.
Same concept. I think, at least.
I'm really sick of it, and I'm really about to buy a chicken and just put that hoe downstairs.
Liana said it's all going up. We just gotta accept it.
I don't know.
Hey, Tommy.
It's just that's I'm upset. I eat 2 eggs a day, and this is out of control. Do you remember I used to eat like 4 eggs or more a day? Like
This used to be an egg. We used to be some egg eating
bitches.
asses.
Like
Okay,
we were
we was
eating
consuming
eggs.
them baby chickens all day. Oh, you about to? Oh, because he was licking his
Yeah,
paw.
exactly.
Well, you wouldn't be licking your paw if you ain't run outside over on that snow mountain. Snow mountain.
Oh my god.
Snow hill.
Do you guys know, like, in parking lots, how they like Zamboni all of the snow like into one spot, and so it's like a big snow hill. So I made one outside because we got like fucking 10 inches of snow. And Steve last night at like midnight just decided he wanted to go explore it and climb it. And I was like, so you can't do that. It's like literally midnight. And he was like, actually, I'm just gonna go climb this little hill.
I'm about to.
God,
I'm a hiker diver.
he is so much. Turning 6 changed his life.
He's just like ornery now.
Yeah, he's just got so much going on now that he's turned 6.
You got another one? Or did you want to go back and forth?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I do have one. We'll talk about. Okay. So a man was like went up to. Do you know Jerry Seinfeld?
Yeah.
So a guy went up to him and he was like, "Can I take a picture with you?" And the guy and Jerry was like, "Yeah." So he goes like this to take a picture with him, and the guy was like, "Free Palestine," and Jerry Seinfeld went, "I don't care about Palestine," and walked off.
Oh shit!
Is that not fucking wild?
That's a little crazy, brother. That
is so insane. I mean, like, you could have just said nothing if you didn't care about Palestine, but like to be like in the camp, I don't care about Palestine on video.
That's a little nasty considering like everything.
I applaud your honesty.
Just like everything.
But like, fuck. Like, that is a little wild. And some people were like, well, yeah, like he shouldn't have went up and said or like controversial things in front of him. And I'm like, no, because it's actually nice. We need to do that more often because I'd like to know where the people I support stand. And now I know.
Yeah.
Not that I watched Seinfeld before, you old bastard, but
I don't think I've ever seen one episode of fucking Seinfeld. But I know who he is.
Isn't that from like 1980?
No, it's like from the 90s.
Alexa, when did Seinfeld air?
Seinfeld, the TV show, premiered on July 5th, 1989.
Hello?
89?
Hello. Hello. Trivia. Hello.
Oh, I thought it was like the 90s and early 2000s. That's because it was still playing. Some of that is like, some of that shit like that happens, they be confusing me. Like, my whole life growing up, I thought that Tom and Jerry was like a new cartoon. Like Tom and Jerry, like some of those older like Looney Tunes, like with Elmer Fudd and all them. I thought that shit was like newer age like cartoons. That shit is from the fucking 60s.
You know what I just recently heard? Someone said actually Tom and Jerry were like best friends, but the reason that they had to keep like doing this cat and mouse chase is so that
they both could have a home.
Yeah, well, so that like he wouldn't get rid of the cat because he got the cat to get rid of the mouse. I was like, oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah.
You triggered my Alexa slut, Liana. I was gonna say something, but I don't want her to start doing it.
I started to whisper it.
I know. I was gonna ask her to do some dumb shit, but I was like, "Fuck!" She's gonna start answering.
Yeah, no, that's very fucking lame.
Yeah. Like, why would you say that out loud?
Is he Jewish?
I don't care what the fuck he is. I don't care if he's Jewish, if he's fucking. What's another thing you could be? All of a sudden, I don't know what anything is. Because a Jewish is a religion, right? No, because you're Jewish if you're from Israel. Well, no, then you're Israeli.
This nigga said, what else can you be? What else can you be?
What else can you be? Jewish is a religion and an ethnicity, Liana says in the live chat. Well, whatever you are, what's his name? Jerry Seinfeld.
Whoa.
Fuck you. Fuck you, bloody.
Bloody.
Fuck you.
Speaking of dumb celebrities, I wouldn't even call him a fucking celebrity. Ben on Love is Blind. So sidebar, we haven't seen the new season of Love is Blind.
I don't know that I care. It's very
I'm hearing it's boring.
Caucasian, the cast.
Well,
all the
always
men
very Caucasian.
No, but we usually get the like, token black people that they put
there's a
in there.
black girl in there.
Right, but there's like multiple black couples usually.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It just looks very white, and all the men look the same. At least last season, the white men were different white men.
It was different flavors of white men.
Yeah,
last season. Yeah.
And they literally, like, I saw a picture of all the white men, and I was like,
I
well, why would they
scrolled
just
down
put the same picture for every single person?
They got quintuplets in this motherfucker. Like, that's crazy.
It's so sorry, sidebar. It's so crazy that people are like how white people would be like, oh, these black people, like all black people look alike, when all white men look the same.
If you are in a room with 20 white men and they all got the same outfit on, bitch, you can't tell me you can tell the difference between the motherfuckers. There's no way. There's no way. Unless they got like different haircuts, there's no way you can tell me the difference.
If you put John Mayer, Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling, who else looks like them? I don't know.
Ryan Reynolds,
Ryan Gosling,
fucking Eddie Redmayne, fucking
Andy Samberg.
Who the fuck is Andy Samberg?
You don't know who Andy Samberg is?
No, sir.
I think he looks the same as them.
Yeah,
you definitely know who Andy Samberg is.
Just like regular white dude. Oh my god! See, so that's the problem because I thought that was the nigga from the Facebook movie.
They're all the same. They're literally all the same. But anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
We don't really plan on watching this season. I don't think.
I don't think I will. I don't think I really care.
8 episodes of the. What do you call it?
The Wall.
Yeah, 8 episodes of being behind the wall. Whoa. Don't need that. They're like 2 hours. What the fuck? This isn't The Bachelor.
Well, part of that 2-hour fucking clip was 2-hour talks, 2 hours of whatever. I don't know. Anyway, the nigga Ben was talking to some other girl. I didn't get her name. I didn't care too much. And they were having a conversation, and the girl was talking about how it's important for her to be in a relationship with somebody that she politically aligns with. And so she got to asking him like his background, what he thinks about shit, blah blah blah.
Oh yeah,
she asked him like, what you think about Black Lives Matter, blah blah. And his whole response was, well, as long as I don't know, it's not gonna do too much. Well,
no, when he said, I could go both ways on it.
Yeah, he
like,
I can go both ways, nigga. What is the which way? Which way you going?
What's the second way you could go on your opinion?
There's 2 ways you can go for Black Lives Matter.
What is the 2? I must know what the second way is.
Please explain, Mr. White Man.
What? Anyway.
And she was like, that's some bullshit. She ain't like it. She said, honestly, I don't like your answer. But sidebar, I learned that she still went on to spoiler.
Oh yeah, if you're watching Love is Blind, you're about to be spoiled.
Spoiler. Niggas in the comments spoiled it and said that she ended up marrying him later down the line. So it's like, bitch, why you even do all that if at the end of the day you still was gonna be? Because I mean, maybe they got
the bar's low, right? For white men, the bar's really low. And 2, I think she probably saw that he didn't have an opinion rather than he had like a negative opinion, if that makes sense. Like she's probably like, oh, he's just dumb. Like she's just making like, how do I say, like, cop out? I don't know. Like, oh, well, at least he doesn't feel the opposite.
He's not a racist, so
right.
It's fine.
You know, she probably just like, oh, he's just uneducated, so she could like go along with it.
Which is what he kind of said. So he don't know too much about it, so he don't be talking about it. Yeah.
Which lame, but okay.
Yeah, it's stupid. But the shit that really annoyed me, and this is what I was saying in the bedroom when he saw that clip, is about like how much I really hate like when grown adults say that they don't participate or engage with politics, and how fucking like frustrating it is and how annoying it is, because it really tells me a lot about you as a person and like your level of like, I don't want to say intellect. What's the word I'm looking for? It shows who you are.
Like moral I think, I don't know if moral intellect is like a thing, but it's like how morally intelligent you are, because you can be dumb as fuck morally. Like your morals can be very poor because you have no education on things, or want to have education on things. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Whereas you can be morally intelligent because you have a good and like innately you feel positive towards like human rights and things like that, but you don't understand a lot, so you're willing to learn, so you have moral intelligence. Like when you get information, it only helps with like how you morally align. Like
Yeah, I guess I kind of get what you're saying. It's just kind of like the same thing I'm trying to say for real.
yeah, like if you don't want to talk about it because you don't talk about it, then you are not open to being educated. I think there's a difference between being like, oh, I don't talk about politics to a random fucking stranger or to like some Trisha, but to the person you're getting to know, that's different.
Well, I think I just mean period, because it's like I kind of I get what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying, but I think I guess I'm talking more so like I just fucking had it and it just fucking left, and it's so frustrating.
Usually.
Any fucking way, that's stupid. I hate when people be grown as hell and don't fucking participate in politics. And I wanted to give you niggas a fucking history lesson. Hey, we're gonna strap in for Ed's history lesson.
Get your strap-ons.
This is the reason why it is important for you niggas to participate in shit. So this nigga say that he don't. Well, his quote was, "As long as I don't know, it's not gonna do much." To say that if I don't engage with it, if I don't worry about it, I'm not doing nothing by not engaging with it. Okay, boom. Let me take y'all back to the 40s real quick. You know what the Red Scare is?
No.
Okay.
I get the red scares when I have a fissure and take a poop. That's my red scare. You go to wipe and you're like, oh no, it's red. It's very scary.
Fuck. Okay. The Red Scare, okay, was back in between the 40s and 50s, where there was just like widespread paranoia and fear of like communism coming into America and people starting to like become communists. It was like a reaction to the Cold War that we had with the Soviet Union, which we know now as Russia. Okay. During that time, the idea of being a communist was the same thing as being like a terrorist.
So what is a communist?
Okay, so for the purpose of me to try to get through this, I should have said this from the
ignore.
get-go. There's certain no, and I'm just because I want to get my point across first. There's certain like, if you don't know what certain things are or like the definition of certain words, not just for you, I'm just saying for the viewers too, like go Google it, because like I don't want to sit here and break all that down. I'd rather just get through this point so that you really get what I'm saying, instead of having to do this pause to explain things. You know what I'm saying? Let me just get through this shit.
I'm going to look it up while you do it so that I actually understand what you're saying.
So anyway, there was like, to being a communist was the same thing, synonymous to being like a motherfucking terrorist. And so like if you were to be deemed a communist, or people thought that you were trying to be like a communist sympathizer, whatever the fuck it is like that, niggas ashamed you. Like motherfucking Hollywood stars was losing their jobs, like motherfucking like regular people was losing their jobs, their reputation was getting like fucked up, all that. It was a whole fucking thing. And a lot of that shit was built off of the propaganda that the government was pushing towards the citizens to try to make sure motherfuckers don't have communist ways of thinking, right? That was in the 40s and the 50s. Okay.
It's not good.
A communist?
Yeah.
It's not, so the
communists, the like the social, what do they call it? Socio-political idea of it. Like it means the government owns things. There's no private businesses, no private anything. Well, the government distributes that wealth.
So in my personal opinion, I am not necessarily the only reason why I wouldn't support communism is because I don't trust people as like humanity, because niggas have greed and like all that shit like that. Like in a perfect world where people act the way they're supposed to act and behave the way they're supposed to act, communism is not that much of a crazy idea to me. But I know how niggas fucking move, so I would never support that shit happening like that.
I feel like that's what they're trying to do right now.
Well, it's more like fascism. But
oh, you didn't change that's probably why. The thing says we're still streaming Fortnite. You just got to press the plus or the thing button. Thank you, Jimmy. Right there to the left. Yeah. That's why. I was like, where is everybody? Sorry. Yeah, I feel like that's what they're trying to do now. Like to own everything and take control.
Well, that's more like a fascism. But anyway, so The Red Scare happened. Motherfuckers was afraid of communism. Blah blah blah. Woozy woo. Okay, so then you move forward into the late 50s, up until like the 70s. There is an initiative that was created by the FBI called COINTELPRO. Okay, what COINTELPRO was an initiative by the FBI to go in and infiltrate certain political like groups and like movements and shit like that to try to like get information on them, dismantle shit, and like really fuck it up and just like make everything all scrambled so that people, whatever idea that this political group or party is trying to push is gonna get kicked out and pushed down. What was happening between that time frame? The fucking civil rights movement. So what the FBI would do is go into these fucking black, and right now, I guess from this point on, I'm talking to black people.
Okay.
The FBI will go into these groups, these black political groups, and dismantle shit. They'll go in, spread misinformation, spread propaganda, lies, blah, blah, blah. Allegedly assassinate people. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Fred Hampton, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Assuming that allegedly they did assassinate these people, right? What does that do to the community? That makes people within that community, black community, not have leaders. Their leaders are gone, they in jail, they dead, blah, blah, blah. That fucks up the whole system, everything. COINTELPRO did what it's supposed to do. What happens from there? You get to the 70s and the 80s, motherfuckers have no leadership. Motherfuckers have no black leadership. There's nobody to spread certain ideas or ideology amongst black people as a whole. And at the same time, from the 70s and the 80s, you get the creation of gangs, right? Because black people from the civil rights movement was trying to help more black people get economic advantage or economic benefits as white people, the same as white people. But we didn't get that shit because everybody's fucking dead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So now we have no leadership and we have people out of jobs, people can't work, blah, blah, blah. We have these gangs, all right? What happens from the 80s to the 90s? The motherfucking crack era, okay? So, the point I'm trying to make is, had people from the 40s and 50s is kept engaging with politics and paying attention to what's going on in politics, they probably could have stopped COINTELPRO. If we didn't have COINTELPRO, Martin Luther King would probably still be alive. Malcolm X might still be alive. Fred Hampton might still be alive. Okay? If we still had them people, they'll probably be able to tell niggas in the 70s and the 80s, hey, gang's probably not a good idea. We probably shouldn't do that because of this or because of that. Because when I was walking around protesting the march in the 50s and 60s, we did this, and this, and it didn't go. Y'all niggas is doing the same thing. If we had that, when the motherfucking crack era came around, it probably wouldn't have been as crazy as it was. That is the importance of staying engaged and like having information and knowing what the fuck is going on around you, and not just going, oh, well, if I don't do nothing, then it is what it is. Ain't nothing gonna make a difference. No, bro, this shit, there is a domino effect that can happen when people choose to not engage. And niggas didn't engage with politics back during the Red Scare because they was afraid of being labeled as a communist. And motherfuckers was just like, well, I don't want to be no communist, so I'm gonna just not say what I'm feeling about this right now, even though this is some straight bullshit.
Well, because people always say like ignorance is bliss, and I'm like, it's not. Like, it might be for like you in the moment, but that ignorance harms so many people and yourself in the end. I mean, depending on who you are, you know.
100%. And it's like, I understand that like politics can be daunting and it can be like heavy and like motherfuckers don't really want to engage with it because like it like fucks up people's mental health. And I'll never tell people to like not prioritize their mental health and like try to get through the day, because a lot of shit that I be seeing every day on the news just be like,
damn,
another fucking crazy ass thing. Like, nigga, we about to say fuck Ukraine. Like, that's really crazy that we doing this. Y'all niggas are shutting down Department of Health or Department of Education. That's real fucking crazy we doing this. But it's like, had you not had the information, one, you won't know what to do next. But it's just like, it's so fucking much, bro.
People, I feel like, have that ignorance and feel that way and don't talk about politics or choose not to learn about politics because the average person doesn't really get affected by it until there's like more of a sinister or tyrannical thing that happens, right? So like now people are feeling it because the average middle class person, black, white, brown, whoever, is feeling it. So there is more of a discussion. People are like, okay, but wait, I may have voted this way or I may have did this, but like, what does this mean? Now I'm doing this, but I voted this way because of this. And it's like, well, you didn't know, you dummy, because you're voting and you don't know what you're voting for. Or you're like looking at one thing and being like, I voted for this. And it's like, yeah, but there's also 400 things underneath that directly impact you and the people around you, but people don't vote or people don't care to talk or learn about politics. I don't know anything about Canadian politics because my whole life, there has been nothing that ever affected me. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I was. Nothing ever affected me in politics because I worked for myself. I don't have any relatives that live in Canada, really. So it's not like I'm voting for my, what's it called? Family. People's rights weren't like at risk to my knowledge. And that way, like, we don't have in Canada, I mean, they're going to, but the same human rights issues that there is now that I have here in the US. So it's like, you just kind of voted how like your parents voted, was just kind of what everyone did. So I understand that, like, well, I never learned about politics because I don't know, nothing ever impacted anybody that I knew. Never heard anything negative about politics, like, until the last few years. Only until I left. Only when I left did I start hearing negative things about politics in Canada. So it's like, now, if I lived there, I would vote and be very intentional with how I'm voting. Yeah. Because even though there's some bad stuff going on this one side, there's worse stuff going on this other side. So it's like, what will impact my parents and stuff, you know? So it's like, I choose not to be as ignorant as I was then here because it makes a big difference here to know what you're talking about.
Marie in the chat says, or they voted and chose.
That's not Marie.
Who is that?
Beautiful Flower. Marie is Baby Doll.
Oh, fuck. Beautiful Flower in the chat says, or they voted and chose to ignore what was being said because they didn't think it was going to affect them.
That's kind of like what my point is that, like, you don't really care because it's like, well, it doesn't affect me, so.
Well, and to that point, too, I'm Ayana. Oh, well, hey, Ayana. And to that point, too, that is another thing that I feel like, to bounce off of that real quick, they voted for something and chose to ignore what was being said. And I think that part of that is like the propaganda machine. Like, people get fed certain ideas about shit and they just like run along with it. Like, they motherfuckers just run with the idea that all Mexicans are bad because motherfuckers is propagandized them to think that they think all fucking black people was bad because of that. They think all motherfuckers, like, the same
all
thing.
Immigrants are illegal. Like, that's a huge thing that I hear. Get out the immigrants. I'm like, what?
Bro, like, the same shit that, just go back to political ideas, bro, because there's a whole, like, movement against, like, socialism now. Like, motherfuckers is demonizing socialism and shit like that. Like, history repeats. The thing that they doing to socialism now was the same thing they did in the 2010s with Sharia law and Muslims, which is the same thing they did in the 40s with communism. Like, it's just, they find a thing that they don't want, that they want everybody to be against. They feed into your motherfucking brain that it's all bad, and then you just move on from there without any second thought of what the fuck it is that, like, they're telling you. And to be fair, that's not, I can't put that blame on, like, people, because whether or not we all realize it or not, like, we all fall short to propaganda. Like, 100%. every single human being in this country or world can, like, be a fake. There's things that I probably believe right now that somebody propagandized me to believe. But the difference is that when I look on TV and I see RFK Jr. talking about there's the most autistic people we have in human history right now, some of y'all motherfuckers see that shit and go, oh yeah, man, there's a problem, he need to do something about it. But I see that shit and I roll my motherfucking eyes because I know that he's saying that because he knows that you niggas don't know eugenics, because they're not teaching CRT in schools, because you niggas voted for motherfuckers to make that shit illegal.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know, man, but that's my spiel about the whole thing.
I mean, I agree. I think, like, to the first point you made, I think we say this actually pretty often. If you can't have a discussion with, I mean, on Love is Blind, it's about, like, who your future partner is. But if you can't have a discussion about, like, with your future partner about these things, like she said, basic human rights, the girl said, like, I just want my person to align with me, like, whether they know about stuff or not, about basic human rights. And he's like, I don't know, I don't talk about it. Like if you're a friend, if you have a friend you're getting to know, if you're getting to know someone on something that is deeper than like your coworker, someone you're choosing to spend your time with, like that, and they don't want to have those conversations with you, then that is for me, and I think should be for you, like a deal breaker. I don't know why you'd want to be with people who don't have concrete opinions on those things. I think like it's basic. Like talking about race, human rights, all of those things. That is not like how people say, like how do you say like big topic, like like a serious topic, like a taboo. Like it's not a taboo thing. Like you should talk about those things. You should want to know what your friend, especially your partner, but what your friend thinks about black people or Mexicans or Asians. Like you should want to know that. And if you just go, oh well, then like, well, then you're a fucking weirdo. You're just as bad. But yeah,
no, I just think that nigga is 28 years old. We are at our big ages now, nigga. For you to, if you don't want to talk about, my whole point is if you don't want to talk about politics, period, bro, you have every right to do that. But just understand that like your decisions to not engage with shit now can make things happen down. We got where we are now because you niggas don't want to talk about politics. But anyway, that's the end of my thing.
I think once these 4 years I think during the 4 years is going to be huge. But I think once the 4 years ends, everyone. That just escaped my body. Like I couldn't even control that. I kept trying to keep it down and I was like, I'll die. So I think during this 4 years and after, there will be such a huge shift in how political conversations are everyday things or like a part of your life. They're not something that you just talk about during election season.
Yeah, I just hope it stays because historically, motherfuckers get to talk about politics, but then once shit gets smooth, then everybody get relaxed. Which I can't.
Oh no, yeah, like I think it's
but,
cyclical. I think this next election will go very, 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 very different. I do, just based off the first month that we've been in. But I'm sure in years down the line, it'll be how our parents and grandparents feel. Oh my God, we're going through this again. You know, so. Yeah. Well, I guess not my parents. They didn't have to deal with this. They're Canadian.
Shit, it's crazy. Jimmy said, if there even is one.
Ooh, right.
Anyway.
America's going to turn into Canada where the president can just be like the prime minister and just run until they give up.
No, because we're going to buy Canada. And so, no, sorry. Canada's going to give themselves to us. And then we're going to just be one Trump regime.
I was sick that Trudeau was like, guys, this isn't a joke. Wait. He really wants to annex. Wait, guys, we thought this was a joke. It's not.
Yeah, fucking Heil Trump for real, Jimmy.
That's funny. That's funny.
No, honestly, Heil Elon, but that's a whole nother conversation
Heil?
for like hell.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, is that a typo?
Almost did it. You see how I almost did it, but then I put my hand back down? You see how it almost happened on accident, but my hand went back down? That's crazy. Go ahead.
God, wait. Everyone's so mad at who? Kanye, right? Everyone's so mad at Kanye, obviously rightfully so, for like saying he like loves Nazis. And he's getting so much fucking like attack. Why was there like none from white people towards Elon?
Oh, I saw a lot of it, but
no, not to what Kanye's getting. Not even close to what Kanye is getting.
On my timeline, I've seen more people talking about Elon than Kanye.
Oh,
but then again, I think the people on my timeline are in the same. Your for your page is for you, so I think that the people on my timeline have the same mindset as me, which is that let that nigga be a dumpster fire over there, and I'm not gonna look at it.
Right. I just see like because I don't have, I guess like people. I have more like outlets.
Oh,
and the news outlets reported more on.
Oh, I don't follow
on
Instagram and shit.
I don't either. It's just my Explore page all the time because I'm trying to get like stuff for this all the time. So my Explore page is a lot of this. But I just saw people be like, "Yeah, Elon did this," but then everything was like, "Kanye is a Nazi."
Well, it's also because he's black.
No shit. No shit.
White people can be Nazis. Black people can't.
So funny.
Anyway.
Yeah, Jimmy's right.
Oh yeah, news and media will talk about because he's black. Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I didn't write this down, but I meant to say, why have over 40 fucking planes gone down in like 1 month? Today, 2 planes just crashed into each other again. What's happening?
I don't know.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Like, come on.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
Something is a little suspicious. And we're all just being like, that's crazy.
For sure. I don't know.
All these planes are going down, flipping upside down.
Oh, I wish I was on that plane.
Oh my God. I would happily get flipped upside down like a fucking bat.
So for y'all who don't know, Delta, that plane that flipped over, Delta is paying every passenger on there apparently giving each and every last one of them $30,000 for what happened. Bitch, flip me like a mattress.
Put me on that plane.
I want the I don't know what the name of the plane is. The Boeing 500. I want the motherfucking wing to fly off that bitch.
Like, I have done worse for less money. I've put my life in so much more danger for less money.
Nigga, do a donut on the motherfucking tarmac.
Oh my God.
And release my seatbelt.
Bitch, concuss me. Break my arm.
Run me over with the motherfucker.
I would love $30K just for like a little 1-2. I'm sure it's traumatizing, but like cashing the check isn't.
Bitch, I'm black.
Okay, wait, what does that have to do with it?
Bitch, I've lived through a lot of trauma. I'll flip over on the jet.
Bitch, I used to like literally go to old men's house who could have murdered me for sex work. I am happy to be flipped upside down.
Come on now.
I've been flipped upside down and risked my life before. Just different.
I done paid money to go to parties that got shut up. I done paid money out to probably get shot. I get flipped on a motherfucking plane for $30,000 easily.
Come on.
10.
Oh, a free flight. I couldn't even believe it. Oh my God, a Spirit flight flew over the house today. Just a big ass fucking yellow bus flew over the house. I was like, that is an eyesore.
Oh my God, we do live right.
No, we don't.
What?
Why are you going to tell people where we live?
I said we live right where the planes go over.
Oh, it just sounded like you were going to like dox us.
No, but you just.
Oh, Emma got doxed.
I ain't get doxed. Somebody just fucking texted me.
Emma's got a stalker. A booty stalker.
Someone's
stalking that booty, stalking that ass.
For his fucking sake, he better hope I don't have one.
Stalking
and
that
that's all I'm gonna say about it. Yeah, no. So I think about suspicious. I think I was thinking the other day, like, what if? Because every time I look out the window and I see the plane go by, I'll be like,
"Ooh, now it's even spookier because it's
like,
so close."
Because what if it just like stops above the house?
Here's the thing. It either needs to be a little bit further down the road so we don't have any like whatever, but we like see it and it's like crazy, or land on my forehead. I don't want to be injured. I want to be dead or uninjured.
Yeah.
But the wheel could like go through the house because we could still get some money.
It'll have to go through like the middle here though, so it can like it's like some wood can get in our arm or something like that because it's not our house. So
I
it's
see
like,
it coming. I just quickly move so it hits me. I don't know. Put my foot out.
I ain't gonna lie. If a plane wheel come through this house, I'm just bashing my head against the wall. I'm bashing my shit against the wall, or I'm making you like hit me in the knee until it breaks or something. Like we have to be injured when they come.
One time I rear-ended a taxi, and he was completely fine. Everything was fine for like an hour. The police came, and all of a sudden he was like, "Oh," and he kept making this whole thing. Luckily, everybody who was around was like, he's literally lying. Because I was like, what the fuck? You bastard. Like he all of a sudden was putting this whole thing up about how he was in so much pain. Like he was like, I might need an ambulance. Like I can't, whatever. And literally everybody surrounding us was like, okay, so he's literally lying. Because for an hour he was completely fine. No problems at all. Yeah.
And all of a sudden your back hurt, bitch, shut up.
Because I was like, you fucker. Like, fuck you. I don't make me whoop your ass. And these police will see that you're injured.
That's why you gotta get a dash cam where you gotta record once you start getting out of the car because niggas will do that shit for sure.
Yeah, I was shocked and appalled.
I could bust them knees out of you. Okay, well, anyway.
Right.
Next.
Right, next topic. Because what the fuck? Wendy Williams. Okay. We're finding out more information about why she got into the conservatorship.
Mm-hmm.
Her fucking son. He was taking out hundreds of thousands of dollars out of her bank account. Okay. Which flagged Wells Fargo. Okay. So she was just kind of like trying to protect him before, but he was taking out crazy amounts of money out of her account. And when she would stay with him, because of the like suspicious activity, and she reported like, oh, my son was doing this and this, they like froze her accounts, and so she didn't have access to like anything with her account. So because of it, she wasn't getting the fraud alerts. And so also on his birthday, they were on the yacht. He rented a yacht over $100,000, and some girl was calling the bank pretending to be Wendy and stuff. Yeah. Isn't that nuts? So she said, I had a quote here, what she said. Yeah, so that's what triggered the conservatorship.
Because they thought she was just blowing her money.
Yeah,
on
and she had no idea.
She had no clue what was going on.
Yeah, he was taking all this money. She had no idea. Where is it? Did I not write the thing down that she said? No, I didn't. But yeah, she basically was like, he is like a great son, but he's not a great son to me or something like that. Like she's not like has no, because he was in the documentary, right? And she kind of talked about how he was spending money, but now that she's like not on the medicine and doing all these things, like, yeah, she's talking more about it.
That is so fucking
That's
crazy.
so fucking crazy, because that poor woman is literally in a conservatorship and literally can't get out. She has no access to her money, nothing, because he was spending all of her money. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is so sad.
The fact that your own family did that to you. Here this whole time, obviously Wells Fargo is not clean in this, but like everyone's like, fuck Wells Fargo for doing all of this.
And it's like, yeah, fuck them. But also
what triggered this? Your son was robbing you? Your son was robbing you blind. And not only like, okay, I could see how like kids from rich parents, like they spend crazy amounts of money and their parents like, oh, you're spending all my money. But no, you did it behind her back. You had somebody pretend to be her. That's fucking sick.
Yo, money are really like
ruin families, ruin people. They always say money changes people. Money can make people evil. Doesn't matter how good of a person you were before you had money. Sometimes
that shit is so fucking crazy, dog.
It could either like change you into being an evil person, or you were like evil and then you got money and then it just exacerbates
That's
your
what
evil.
I think happened. I think money just make you more of who you are already.
Yeah, I remember this deep dive on James Charles that happened, and everybody was like, so did becoming famous make him evil? And then they put out all the things about how he was a piece of shit back before he got rich, and I was like, oh yeah, he just has money now. But like, yeah, it's like insane. If you do not have like a core group of people to keep you humble and to protect you, you know.
And that'd be the shit too about like it in my mind, if I was rich, bro, because I've heard other like not celebrities, but like I guess influencers, well, I guess celebrities too, but like rich people say like they are in charge of their money. Like they go to certain advisors for things, like they have meetings with like planners and shit like that. But at the end of the day, like no money gets sent out of this, no money goes in here or out of here unless I give it the okay. Yeah. And that's how I feel like I would do it, because like you put your money in the hands of like motherfuckers was stealing money from Rihanna. Like I just hear motherfuckers all the time. Once other people like have access to your cheese, that's when motherfuckers get to like getting you for shit.
I would trust my dad with my life financially. I would never trust my mom. I love my mom to death, but she has the thing that you have of like the fear of never having enough money. I think that is the fear. I think. Stop saying I think. And that I think my mom would like. I love her. I know she's not gonna watch this. I don't think she would steal from me, but I think my mom would want so much. She would want this, and she would plant things of like, well, I want. If only we could redo this thing. If only I could do this. But I don't have this. Like, I think my mom would be like that. Whereas my dad doesn't
like
want
get upset
money.
with you if you don't buy it.
Yeah, you know. I think it would create a huge rift. But my dad, I mean, like, my dad doesn't even want the money he has. My dad does not fucking care about money. He's just exceptional at managing it. My dad is an unreal money manager to the point where he knew he could not tell my mom how much money they had. He could not tell her where it was, nothing. And the second she found out, she went to the bank with him one day, she found out like they both retired, so she had to be on certain things. And she was like, if I knew where, like, how much money we had, my parents aren't rich, relax. But like, my mom just worked all the time, so she didn't really know. And she just kind of like, what a lot of the woman does. They don't even know the passwords to like banking things. Like a lot of traditional housewives don't know much. They just do what they were told. And so when my mom finally had to find out, she was like, I would have lived my life so different. But I was like, and that's why you didn't know. My dad knew right away from the beginning. I'm not telling this lady where our money is.
Yeah.
No, here's a card to our account. But she didn't know there's whole other things. And he wasn't stealing. He wasn't doing anything. She just was like, oh, look at all that. And he was like, yeah, because I make good choices. So I would trust my dad. I would not trust my mom.
I'm the flip. I would make I know my mama would do right by my money for sure. Just because I know that like she would listen to what I have to say, and she even if she was like to like say certain things to me, like it wouldn't be like this needs to happen. Like she'll probably come to me sometimes like, you know, your cousin lay on rent,
right.
you know, but as soon as I go like no, she'll be like, he said no, y'all. I mean, that's the end of it.
And she's so generous with what she has. Like, even if she doesn't have a lot, but she gets a little bit, she's like, here, I'm going to give it to my family. Like, she's not a hoarder of wealth. What did she say? You don't have it when you're dead or something like that? What'd she say? Like, a thing like that.
You can't take it with you when you're gone.
Yeah. So she's very much like.
And she's also like very, like, she's generous, but she also like is very, she knows who to give what. Like, she knows she can give me $500 and not be straight, but she wouldn't give fucking half of these niggas $10 if they asked for it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think that as far as that goes,
she has the best interest.
I would have her in meetings with me for sure, because she'll be like, nah, man, that's some bullshit. That don't sound right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if she don't know anything about the business, she just be like, nigga. But your father-in-law wouldn't be allowed to know what bank I got my shit saved in.
That's like my little brother. I would never even tell him shit. He would call and pretend he was me, and he'd get the money. He's done it before.
No. The second my father would know that I had some money, first of all, he quitting his job. That's number one, because now he thinking that's our money.
Remember when I said I was starting OnlyFans and he was like, just let me know when I can quit my job. Do I got to clock in tomorrow? I was like, what the fuck? He's like, I just want to know.
When did this become our money?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I mean,
anyway.
Out there, but yeah. Oh, Wendy Williams.
Oh, right.
Right, I'm like, how the fuck did we get here? Okay, so my next thing is like really upsetting.
Mine is too, so how upsetting are we going to get?
Oh, yours might be more upsetting. Mine's just really unfortunate. So, where's Pontiac, Michigan?
It's like
far?
Like a little over an hour. Like not much over, like hour 15.
Well, 10. In Pontiac, Michigan, this woman, this lady, she just was arrested. She's in custody right now because she abandoned her 3 kids. They're all teenagers. I think it was like 12, 13, and 15. Or 11, 12, and 15, something like that. And she had left them in 2020 or 2021-ish, like the cusp, for years. Okay? Right. So she was, so they didn't go to school, the kids, nothing. She had set up where her or a stranger would come and drop off like meals to the door, and they would have to ration that food. Okay? She was paying the rent. The only thing that tipped the landlord off to call authorities and have a wellness check was that he wasn't getting paid finally after years. So she was paying the rent, but she just abandoned her kids. Like she just left them in the home. Crazy. Police go, they find fucking shit, feces in the tub, 4 feet high of garbage. 4 feet high of garbage. There was no toilet paper. The kids never had toilet paper. So there was like shit everywhere. They were like no showers, no hygiene products. They said there was nothing. The kids they smelled as you would, being abandoned for that many years. Yeah, the girls, so the teenage girls slept on pizza boxes. That was what they slept on.
Crazy.
Yo, is that not fucking wild? There's like not a lot of information on this. This like just happened.
When did this happen?
This just happened. She was arrested because she stopped paying rent in October. And so some time has to go by for a wellness check.
Right.
This just happened.
That is fucking crazy.
If like, I don't understand that. Okay. I don't mean this in this way it's going to sound. Okay, so you don't want your kids. And I don't mean that. Sounds...
You don't want your kids. Like,
okay, so you just don't want your kids.
So you okay.
Right, like, fuck them kids, right? But you can't just leave them there. But also, like, there's so many weird things. Like, you left them, but you're still paying rent? Where were you?
That's because motherfuckers don't want their kids, but they also don't want to be embarrassed by not wanting their kids. And I feel like, hear me out. Motherfuckers.
I got some big ass ears, but it's going to be hard to hear this.
Motherfuckers, just based off of pseudo firsthand experience with bad mothers, right?
Ooh. Not his mom.
No.
That's why I was like, hold on. We need to be very clear.
Not my mama.
That is a very good lady and a very good mom.
I told you about, not LaJoyce. My cousin I told you about. Some motherfuckers would rather dog their kids out, like not feed them, like make sure they don't leave the house. They would rather do that than to send that kid to a foster home with somebody to care about them, because they don't want motherfuckers to know that person is that got their kids taken away.
Even though everyone knows.
Even though we know you're a shitty fucking parent, you would rather not deal with that than to just send them somewhere where they can get taken care of. It's so crazy.
So crazy because
crazy.
then you like...
Plus motherfuckers be having like abusive like mindsets. It's like, it's so fucking sick.
And it's just so crazy because it's like then you... the news like is like today. It's like so just happened. Yeah, and then you see people like LaJoyce who's like working her ass off and doing everything to give these kids the life, like a good life. And you like see firsthand like a mom who is doing the fucking best she can. And then you see like some fucking Trisha who like would rather her kids have nothing instead of like giving them a better life. And if you can't, because a lot of adopted kids will say like, as they grow up, obviously it's hard when you're younger, but when you're older, sometimes there's like a perspective of like, you know, I'm grateful that my parents couldn't take care of me. So what did they do? I'm grateful that I'm now with this family, or I have a loving family. I know the foster system is brutal, and obviously it's not all amazing situations, but it's like, you didn't try. So you'd rather just have these kids like, abandoned for like 5 years is insane. That's insane. That's insane. Like, and they weren't going to school, obviously. So it's like, in my head, I'm like, okay, but what is that school system? The kids just stopped coming? There was no like, hey, we were calling the mother, we were calling this, we were calling X, Y, and Z. Right, hold on. This is even bigger. Jimmy just pointed out. So they were left when they were 10, 7, and 8. So your kids were in grade school. Your kids were in grade school and the teachers weren't like, they stopped coming. Call somebody. That's really wild. It's not like they're teenagers and they're bad kids and they just like didn't go to school and whatever. They were kids. I'm going to say it here and say it now. They better beat that mom's ass. Somebody better whoop her ass.
Oh, they're going to that be the one. That's the one saving grace that I really just like.
Oh, when they go to jail. And
when these people get arrested, I be wanting these people to get arrested, because I know the second that the bitch get behind them doors
and they find out what she did,
the guard is gone. Put a bag over that bitch head and send her in there.
Yep. The guards are gonna just look the other way.
And they always do, especially in the women prisons. You gotta, like I say this all the time, you gotta think it's women in there that had babies in prison that can't see their kids, motherfuckers who killed motherfuckers trying to protect their kids and got arrested, motherfuckers who got assault, crazy, charged, robbing motherfuckers to feed their kids, and they got arrested and got sentenced to life. And you in here with me because you left your kids at 8, 7, and 10, bitch, I will.
And the mom was only like 29 when she did it.
And you 20, whore, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you for the next 5.
And when you get out, you're gonna get beat again. Oh yeah, insane, eh?
Whew, good
That is a
old street
fucked
justice.
up story.
Mm.
I can't even believe that. I mean, so I think they said that the kids are now with family or with somebody who's like has custody and taking care of them right now. Heartbreaking. I couldn't even imagine like what and so I guess the kids were like playing video games and stuff and like they were just like
Bullshit.
yeah.
Because I'm not in school. I'm 15. They drop off food every now and then, whatever.
Yeah, but not enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they had to like ration it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're just so fucked up. I hope they beat her ass.
Well, in another fucked up story, we're having fun tonight, guys.
Oh no.
What?
You.
Oh, in
It's
another.
worse than this.
I think so. In Detroit, Michigan.
Oh damn it! Why are all these bad stories out here?
Hey man, we are who we are.
I do think that's something we should do is report on more like this local stuff.
News. It'd be some bullshit going on.
Some. Because we learned some fucking tea the other day, but we're not going to spill it because we like the people who are involved.
No, don't. No.
No, we're not even going to talk about it. But we learned some shit, okay? We are... Woo!
What we learned was that we were correct.
Yes, we had some assumptions about some individuals who we frequently run into.
What we learned is that we can clock it.
Right. I would do that, but I'm not a white gay. Right. We learned some shit, okay? And we were right. And just know,
listen, if
we
you
were
ain't
right.
gonna tell it, then quit saying that you learned something.
We learned something, but you're not gonna learn it because we're not.
Anyway,
we're not messy.
Dog, so in Detroit, Michigan, y'all probably heard this story, but it's been not white gay. Yeah, it's funny. About the mother whose kids froze to death.
Yeah.
Hypothermia. Yeah.
Damn, this title of this episode, Bad Moms.
Well, she's not in my opinion, now that I have more information on what the story was exactly, I don't believe that woman was a bad mom. I think that she was just in a fucked up predicament and some unfortunate shit had happened where her trying to do what she could.
That's what I learned right after our initial
because
story.
in the beginning, I was like, bitch, how the fuck? But then you get more information on things. Excuse me, froze to death? Yeah, Liana.
Yeah.
So, last week, actually. So, sidebar just to rough a little bit. For the last, 2 weeks, it's been especially cold up here.
Yeah, we reached...
Cold.
We reached Detroit's record for coldest day in, however many decades.
What, today or yesterday?
No, sometime in this week.
Okay, because it was in the negatives for the last 3 days. Last week, I literally didn't go to work one day because my boss shut down operations because it was so cold that the fucking roads were just all completely niggas was getting accidents everywhere. It was really, really bad for the last 2 weeks. And so last week, unfortunately, fuck her baby daddy. Oh, we gonna fucking get there. There was a homeless woman. It was her mother, and 5 of her kids. 2 of which were 9 and 2 years old. They were homeless and they lived in a van. So back in November, this lady was trying to reach out to. Well, she went through the city to try to get some sort of shelter or whatever the fuck like that because she had got evicted from her home, and so. She had reached out, but she ain't getting nothing back, and she was homeless for the next few months following that. And what she would do is that she had a big family van, and every night, her and her family would just go to different parking lots and just stay there for the night. And the next day, they'll go through their day. Kids will go to school, whatever, blah blah. But then, at the end of the day, they just go to a different spot. They would just bounce around because if you stay at one spot too long, because being fucking homeless is illegal for whatever fucking it's not. Anyway,
what do they call it, loitering or something?
It's loitering, but it's homelessness is legal. They'll bounce around so they don't get caught and get arrested and blah blah blah. We already fucking homeless. We don't need nobody going to jail. So one night she parked in the Greektown Casino. The night that her children's passed, unfortunately. As the story goes, they were in the parking structure and she left the car running because that's how you get the heat going. But at some point the car turns off. she calls her friend because she like, yo, the car's fucked up. Like, can you come over here and like help me or like get the kids, blah, blah, whatever like that. So as her friend was on her way to come to, or her friend came up there to look at the car because like maybe it's something wrong with your car, we'll fix it, blah, blah, blah. As they're trying to fix the car and figure out what the problem was, that's when they noticed that the 2-year-old was, or the 9-year-old wasn't breathing.
Yeah.
So the mama freaking out. She said, holy fuck. She tells her friend to take the kid and take him to the hospital. As she's on her way to the hospital with the girl's 9-year-old, the lady looks and finds out that her 2-year-old isn't breathing. So she calls the friend back and say, yo, my other baby not breathing. Can you come back? And then she comes back, get both of the kids, take them to the hospital. That was pronounced dead. Investigation said it was because of hypothermia. People saying that the kids didn't really have a lot of clothes on. It was wrapped up in like thin blankets. If you've been 2 seconds outside in a Detroit winter, bitch, a Canada Goose can't help you.
You'd have to be like full head to toe Canada Goose.
And they were at the Greektown Casino, which is a hop
on the water.
On the water.
Yeah,
so
it's even colder. Ooh.
I looked it up on the day that the kids passed. I would say, I ain't gonna keep saying froze to death. They passed. It was 14 degrees. That's 14 degrees as like a general.
But
that's
usually
not even
then it's like feels like -20.
When you add the water chill,
yeah.
nigga, that was probably -10 out in that bitch for real, honestly. And it's a straight shot into the, and you got it's like openings in the parking garage too. So like the wind blowing through there, that's another. I guess a lot of things that, you know what I'm saying? Like honestly, her car probably fucking like shut down because of how fucking cold. Like
the effort for it to run.
You know what I'm saying? Was too fucking much.
Yeah.
And so.
Shit, sometimes ours is like, I don't know, gang.
Bro, nigga, sometimes what had is right. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I go to start that car, that motherfucker like, I don't know, man.
Right.
Not today.
You might have to try one more time. Give me a sec. Did it in the parking lot of the gym yesterday. It was like, you know what? Give me 1 sec.
You feel me?
Okay, try again. Yeah, all right.
You feel me, bro? Sometimes I gotta go out there and start the motherfucking car 30 minutes before I go. Cause that motherfucker, and that bitch still be cold when I go outside.
Yeah.
And so, they take the kids to the hospital and the kids were pronounced, gone. And they arrest the mom, started doing investigations, figure out what the fuck was going on. All that shit,
I'm sick that the original story that they put out, I know they didn't have a lot of information, but really like did make her seem like a bad mom.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the shitty part about it. And like most people won't look into it again. Right. So it's like, that's like kind of annoying because that's what we thought when we first.
It's really annoying. And I'm going to talk to my people about this for a second because.
Gay people.
You said what?
Gay people.
Black people.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Right. I wasn't sure which one of your people you were talking about.
Jimmy said, yeah, they make engine heater blankets to get the car started.
Like, that's crazy.
That it get caught up here. There's a lot of stigma in the black community about like motherhood and like, so when anything goes wrong with people's kids and the mom is involved, they automatically go, what the fuck did you do? Because you're the mother. Why you didn't do this? Then the third, blah, 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 woozy woo. Anyway, so she get arrested. They do an investigation. They start to find out that she tried to find a place in November and nothing was done, blah, blah, blah. And we start to get more information through this investigation. Information such as after she got evicted and she went to go contact the city, try to find a new home, she was also trying to like call around to other places to be like, yo, can I stay here for a few days? Can I come over here? Can I do something? And motherfuckers wouldn't take her in because in her opinion, for what she said, she just think motherfuckers didn't want to have kids in the house, which I understand because like she has 5 kids. So it's like 5 kids in my house and I gotta work. It's cold as fuck outside. Like it's already annoying just being here. Like I can understand people not wanting to take them in. Even though I don't think they should.
I don't know if people feel like shit.
They have to feel. I hope they feel like shit now because it's some bullshit. But specifically, the person that I want to fucking give a fuck you to is her fucking baby father, because he was interviewed by local news and they was asking him questions, and what he had said in his interview was that she tried to call him to come bring the kids over. He said, no, I really can't because I gotta work. Like I just got a lot going on.
So you just
like,
leave your kids to be homeless?
He lives in Novi. The kids live in Detroit. He goes, and we really wasn't on good terms, and so we
But your
and
children.
so I didn't want to go out there, and I'm working. I got a
fuck
lot going
you.
on in my head. He talking about this motherfucker go. The interviewer asked him, so your baby's mother, not baby's mother, but such as whatever her name was, had been homeless for the past 3 months. Like, did she ever try to contact you to come over? Blah blah. He said, I was talking to her the whole time, and she never told me nothing about that. My nigga, you full of shit, my nigga.
Yeah, you don't ask about your kids?
You full of shit, bro.
So you never saw your kids then? As far as I'm concerned, you didn't see your kids.
On
then.
top of that, Nick, he talk about she know that my people stay around the corner from her, from where she stayed, and she could have went over there, but she ain't asked them. So here go my thing, right? If your people live around the corner from her and your kids stay over there, that means that this is just like basic real nigga logic, bro. If you live around the corner from my mama house, and her grandkids is over here, she coming over here seeing her grandkids. She talking to her grandkids.
Right.
Bare minimum, she trying to figure out what the fuck is going on over there because your kids is over there.
Yeah.
So
so you know about your kids.
So when that girl got evicted, she knew she got evicted. Your mama knew she got evicted, and she told you because you're her son, and those are your kids. You knew this girl was fucking homeless.
And devil's advocate, maybe you didn't. You're a bad father then. That you didn't know. That you weren't asking how kids are doing in school. That you're not asking about these kids' lives. That you're not like, here's the thing, kids that young too, if you spent time with your kids, those kids would have mentioned about that. They would have said something about being in the car all the time, like something. There's no way you didn't know.
There's no way
if you saw your kids. If you saw your kids, there's no way you didn't know.
And you pissing me off because you talking about, she called you talking about, can I bring the kids over the night before everything had happened. You called, she called trying to see if you can bring the kids over. You said no because you had to work. You telling me in that phone call she didn't go, hey, it's really, really cold out here. Can I bring the kids over there just for the night because it's really cold out here? You telling me she was just like, oh, I just want to drop the kids off so I can go hang out or something? What the fuck you thought she was doing? You know it's cold as fuck out here. You live out here with us.
Drop the phone records.
And you know that she's fucking homeless.
Drop
and she's
the phone
living in a
records.
van with her mama and her 5 kids. There's no way you don't know that, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't, bro. That shit really.
He's either a bad dad or he's a bad dad at the end of the day. That's all I gotta say. You're either a bad dad or you're a bad dad.
Y'all, he did say something else that's going to piss you off.
What?
What did he say?
What did he say, Marie? Don't piss me off, but piss me off. Let's go.
Because this is fucking crazy. Yeah, no, like there's no way you crying and shit like that all on the news because your kids is gone, bitch. You was in contact with them. You knew what the fuck was going on. You knew how they was living.
There's no way.
And you just didn't give a fuck. You didn't want your fucking kids, bro. Come on, nigga. Like, just keep it a buck right now, bro.
Yeah.
This is partially your fault as well. And I feel like he needs to face criminal charges. That is neglect in my eyes.
Yeah, I mean, like, unless she has full custody, because then it doesn't fall on him.
Well, she can't. She can't have full custody because how they would go over there. Like if she
if he could grant her full custody in the courts, and then she's just being nice and allowing him to see them.
Man, fuck all
that. Because that happens
a
lot, where like the woman gets full custody, but like the kids do see.
Man, fuck all that.
He
bro.
started a GoFundMe, and it says, "I'm starting this to help raise my other kids." Other kids?
No, he didn't.
Like other kids from another relationship, or other kids like the ones who survived?
Ain't no way.
Yo, there needs to be a whole thing about like the abuse of GoFundMe.
Oh, for sure.
Nothing about the 2 he lost. Just lost, and eventually GoFundMe took his account down. Well, good.
See,
but there definitely needs to be some sort of like deep dive into the corruption of GoFundMe.
Because niggas do be scamming.
People we know people make crazy money off of GoFundMes and get off on people all the time.
So crazy. But yeah, no, that's all fucking wild. Since this happened, another relationship. That is fucking sick work.
Yo, somebody needs to whoop his ass.
Since this whole thing has happened, Mayor Mike Dugan, who, crazy enough, is about to run for fucking governor in the next year.
Do we like him?
I don't.
Okay. But is anybody gonna be Big Gretch?
There's a woman that's running. I forgot what her name was, but she seems to be on the same wave as Miss Gretch. Yeah, I think Gretch like backs her.
We need to get like Gretch merch. Like we wear like Gretch shirts.
Oh, I need some Gretch shirts before
Like
she go.
for real.
Yeah.
Like the spray painted ones though.
The fucking airbrushed Gretch shirt, 100%. I need that
must
off
have
bail.
that, to be honest. Actually, no, Steven. So
Since all this happened, the mayor of Detroit has come out and talked about the whole situation because it's gotten so much eyes on it on the internet and people talking about it a lot throughout the city. That's all over the news. Blah. And he said that he is going to. First of all, they lied and said that when she reached out in November. They lied and said that when she reached out in November, they reached back to her and she never responded to them. I don't think that's fucking true because bitch, she would have got somewhere if that was the fucking case. But he's saying that they're gonna start to look into like the homeless services in Detroit and like do a better job and blah
That's
blah.
good. Are they just saying that though?
Which is fine and that's cute, but like I think they're just saying that.
Yeah.
And
that's often like what happens. They make like a big public response. Everyone's like, yes, movement, and then like we all forget and it just moves on.
I think they're just saying it because I don't think they fully. I don't want to say they don't fully understand how bad like the situation is out there, but like I don't think that they care enough to really do as much about it because they want to make downtown look pretty and make downtown look smooth and focus more on downtown because that's where all the fucking white people going, and they don't want to necessarily put a lot of like funding into these fucking like homeless services. Like people who don't live in Detroit or don't know like what the homeless. So I've had like cousins and shit that live out in Detroit that were near homeless or just like super duper fucking poor, and so sometimes they would have to go to shelters and shit like that. And so that's kind of how I got like firsthand understanding how this shit works. And it's like, which is kind of also too like when we first got the story, I kind of was like on the fence about how I felt about it because like on one hand it's like, bitch, why you didn't help your kids? Was kind of what I was thinking the first time, but
the way it was framed the first time, it was
like, bitch, what the fuck?
That,
but then I went back to my understanding of like how homeless shelters and shit work. It's like out here in Detroit, especially now in the wintertime, like first of all, there aren't like it's not a lot of space for homeless people. I think they got a few shelters downtown and like in the areas, but like number one, in the wintertime, them bitches fill up quick. Like quick. Them motherfuckers
I can imagine.
You feel me? Number two, if they're not full, like there's certain stipulations to certain like you gotta have like an ID. Some people don't have IDs because they're fucking homeless. Why would I have a fucking ID? Or you gotta have like certain requirements against certain shit. And then it's also like people don't understand like the time framing. There are some shelters down there today, right now, as we speak. You have 24 hours in that location. Like you come in for the night and you leave. Or there's places that have 30 days, 60 days. But what did I say 2 seconds ago? They fill up. That means that once this shelter is full for the next 30, 60 days, nobody else is getting in here.
Yeah, like that's wild.
Why is that important? Because I'm fucking homeless. What does that mean? I don't have a car. I maybe have a bike. So in my area, if that shelter is full, I gotta go to the other side of town to hopefully get a room and hope that these niggas let me in because I don't have an ID and hope that these niggas let me stay here for a week, for 30 days, for 2 nights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you get there, they let you in, niggas one night, then what? You back outside doing the same thing all over again.
And then how long do you wait till you can go back? You know what I mean? Like if they do take you for one night.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, is there a period of time where you can't come back?
I know there's places that have wait lists. Like, nigga, you the 30th person down the line waiting for these motherfuckers to leave.
That's horrible.
Yeah, bro. Homelessness is fucking crazy, especially out here. And I don't know. That's just a sad situation. It shouldn't have happened. And it is a shame to me that we live in a country where all this fucking money coming through and we got dead babies freezing to death outside. All this fucking money, we got all that money for the defense budget, but it's babies outside freezing and niggas is starving. Like, come on,
You know,
man.
all these empty buildings. Detroit is full of abandoned places that could easily be renovated, even just like the bare minimum. Get it to code and put some beds, like easily, like do the bare minimum.
Nigga, run electricity in that bitch. Put a fucking floor heater in each room and a fucking mattress on the ground, and those homeless people will thank you. Like,
yeah, you could do the bare minimum, even though financially they could do a whole lot more.
a whole lot fucking more.
Because they put a whole lot more into knowing what downtown Detroit looks like now versus how when I grew up coming here. And there still being such a huge issue with homelessness. So you just put a bunch of pretty lights up, renovated all the expensive buildings, the tourism, because that's how they make a lot of money. Detroit makes a lot of money on tourism.
You niggas had enough money to build a building just as tall or taller than the fucking Renaissance Center. But y'all don't got no funding to make more shelters for the homeless when y'all know every fucking year niggas is dying outside from hypothermia. Because y'all don't give a fuck. Because
and even like the old Detroit Hyatt, Dearborn Hyatt near the mall that somebody bought and they're going to turn into luxury apartments and things. That was vacant for a very long time. That is already fucking hundreds of vacant hotel rooms. That was a hotel. And it was just vacant, just out there. No one using it.
What are we talking about?
Like there's so
What are we talking about? There's
many options.
There's options. Y'all just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas are turning these motherfucking old factories into a goddamn industrial loft in 5 minutes and charge niggas $3,000 a motherfucking head top to live in these little ass boxes.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't make a motherfucking homeless shelter out of this, bro.
Mm-hmm.
With 100 rooms in here, nigga, it's 200 homeless niggas outside right now. I don't know, bro.
Really
this shit just sick, bro. But anyway, that's what happened. Craziness.
That is fucked up.
Niggas live in a dystopia.
It's really fucked. I feel like we always did, but now it's just so much more. Like we're all so much more aware now.
Late stage capitalism, man. It's about to get a lot more nastier than this. Buckle up, Buttercup. Go ahead.
Our next segment is called Hot Takes. We haven't like really coined anything yet for hot takes, you know?
No, Nick has a hot take. I
have a hot take.
Hot take.
It makes me hot, but I don't even have a job.
You're hot.
That's what I was trying to say at the beginning of the episode, but I need a humble bumble. Daily pay.
Huh?
Daily pay. If I gotta go, mind you, I don't have a job. If I gotta go into work every day, you should give me a check at the end of my day. Why do I'm so passionate about this and I do not clock in. I just take nudes for a living.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
If I have to go to work every single day, you should hand me a check every single day that I leave.
Absolutely.
I should not have to wait 2 weeks or fucking net 30 to make my money to pay all my bills. That is crazy.
Yo, when I found out about net 30.
Well, when I was a dance teacher, everything was like either net 30 or everything when I was a dance teacher was either net 30 or like every 2 weeks you would get paid bi-weekly.
If a nigga ever told me I'm gonna pay you every 30 days.
Yeah. A lot were every 30 days. Like in Toronto, I would get paid every 30 days from some.
I guess the only good thing about that is you can pay all your bills up front.
No, but it's frustrating because then it's like you pay all your bills up front, right? Okay, so boom. I pay all these bills. Okay, now I have 29 days where I'm like suffering. But also it's just like the ability to have constant money coming in to be like, oh, I have this money, I can do this now. Oh, I got this money, I can do this now. Blah, 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 whatever. Like if I should not have to work and be like, oh, I get this money in 14 plus days. That is crazy to me. If I have to come in every day, you should have to pay me every day. You gotta
pay me every day, ganger.
I genuinely actually don't understand why that's
and I should get the option to cash it out or get direct deposit.
Yeah.
I should have the option to walk out this bitch with cash in hand. Amen. Or check.
Maybe I don't know if cash.
No, fuck that.
I think like check for sure.
No, fuck that.
But like,
Fuck that.
I think it makes it easier to rob the business if they're constantly carrying cash.
Buy security.
Okay. I have a poor person spending habit for sure. I pre-plan my paychecks, Jimmy says. Yeah, like, I think you have to, especially like now in this economy. But I just think even if it's the same amount of money, just either all at once or broken out every single day, I actually genuinely think the average person would be happier getting that money every single day.
I agree.
Because I do think that there is a work and reward, right? Type thing. Like you go to work every day and you don't get paid until 2 weeks. So you got to go to work to be like, fuck, I got to clock in. But if you clocked in and knew that you were being handed $200 at the end of the day, you would be like, yeah, I want that $200, right? There'd be like incentive. And I actually do think people might work a little harder.
Honestly.
I don't know if that fucking, it's weird. I'm so passionate about it, but I don't clock in. But it's stupid.
You know what I think about?
What? Just thought.
Somebody, no.
Not
Somebody
currently think, just thought.
Somebody fact check this for me. I think Amazon does that.
Hey, Daily?
I think so. I think you have the option to get like instant pay on your, like you can get paid every day at Amazon. I just thought about that just now. I could be wrong. Somebody fact check
this
that
dog
with
is
me.
pissing me off. Scooby Dog,
Steven.
can you lay down, please? I love you with my whole heart
We're
and soul,
almost
but I
done.
need
Just
you to lay down.
Just lay down.
Lay down, please. That's called sitting. Can you go all the way? Can you go all the way? Very good boy. Very good boy. I know
Good
that I'm very
boy.
upset. I was going to say something. And I think that people should get the option of, because I'm a subcontractor when I used to work, like I've never been an employee. I think you should get the option of the job takes the taxes out, or you are solely
Responsible for the taxes at the end of the year.
I've always been responsible for my taxes at the end of the year. I've never had a job that took the money out. But I feel two ways. Like in one, like you should have the option, because it's like sometimes I think, oh damn, it would be a lot easier if a job just took the money. So it's like, just give me what I get, right? But also like you don't know people's financial situation. Like I might need that whole $200 this month, but not next month, you know? So I do feel like there should be that option. I think there's too much control over my money when I'm the fucking one going to work.
When I'm the one busting my ass in this bitch every goddamn day.
Like what?
Give me my shit when I want it. It's my money and I need it now.
Give me my money. Yeah, I don't know. And like, I shouldn't have to pay into pension if I don't want to. Let me fuck my life up. Don't take my pension every paycheck just to not give it to me when they cancel pensions.
Well, you don't have to.
Really?
Like retirement?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to. I should.
What did they take out of your paycheck?
Me?
Yeah.
They take out.
Again, I've never been an employee, so I'm just yapping. Tell me when I'm wrong.
They used to take out taxes, healthcare, and retirement. But
do you have to have healthcare?
Yes.
See, like that should be an option. You should not. Bitch, how are you going to tell me what to do with my health?
I agree.
Like, you should either give me all my money or give me the options when I sign on what to do. Like, and say like it's for a period of time. So it's like you renegotiate maybe every year. So it's like this year I signed for 12 months. You can take my money out. Like I can't take that back because there's a system. But it shouldn't be like, oh, I work here now. I have to do this and I have to take this healthcare and I have to pay into pension. I have to do this. Fuck you. This is my fucking job. Well, Let me break all my bones.
Well, like I said, you don't have to pay into your retirement.
Yeah, but you have to pay into healthcare.
Yeah.
That's a scam. I've never paid for healthcare in my life until I moved here. But I only did it because I needed it.
I'm screaming.
But my mom just canceled, because again, let me fucking educate you Americans. Canadian healthcare is not free. My parents pay. My mom just canceled her healthcare for. You pay for Green Shield is what it's called. You pay for healthcare. It's like your Obamacare. you pay for healthcare every month, you pay for dental every month, and you pay for eyes, like eyes and dental. My mom canceled her dental because she was like, I'm not fucking using it, and I'm paying hundreds of dollars a month. So it's like, they still pay for healthcare in Canada, so don't fucking. Everybody's always like, I want to move to Canada. You get free healthcare. Well, you're gonna be shocked when you go and you're still paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month. So like, what was I gonna say? Yeah, like you can just choose not to. But I've always been a subcontractor, so I've never paid for anything. I just, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
You know, if I break all my bones, it's meant to
Well,
be.
if you're a subcontractor, you don't have to pay for
I don't have
anything
to do
if
it.
you don't want to.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like I've always lived that way, so I've never.
I'm saying here too.
Right, but you shouldn't have to as an employee.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I just think it's stupid as fuck. That's my hot take. Dumb as fuck. If I go in that day and I work for 8 hours, you better pay me for 8 hours at the end of my shift. Yeah.
Employer provide. Jimmy said he's talking about healthcare. He said employer provider usually be 70 to 80% of the cost.
You gotta stop reading. I tell you this every week. When you read the comments, you gotta read like you're talking. You'll be like, Jimmy said employer provider. There's people listening, Edmund.
Jimmy Nguyen said employer provided will usually be at 70 or 80% cost. So if it's $100, it costs you $20. But it's never gonna be $100.
It's never gonna be 100. I'm like, isn't it like almost like $400 or something?
It's fucking 40 grand.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Nigga, and that's if you're fucking. And did you know I walked into one of these fucking dentist offices to pick up some boxes, and they had a big ass pink sign on the front that says that the name of the place, I'm not gonna say, is not responsible if you're no, I'm lying to you. It was a sign that said if your healthcare provider doesn't cover a cost, the cost will be put onto you.
Yeah, I think that's so crazy. You shouldn't like, if I go, oh,
and then
does this take insurance, and you say yes, and then all of a sudden it doesn't, that should not fall on me.
And then the bottom of the thing said, like quotes are just an estimate.
And then I'm just walking in here and just being like,
so you telling me that this is, so you telling me I come in here and you can estimate my shit gonna be $3,000, and if I come in here and I get the shit done, it jumps up to $6,000. If my insurance don't cover the shit, you looking at me for $6,000?
Hell no. You could take my credit with you because you ain't getting it. Yeah, that's nuts. That is really nuts. I don't like that.
And this is why
what I signed for should be it.
And this is why you got to free Mario's brother. But we're going to get into the topic of the show that we call What's on Your Heart, where you can write into him or me, preferably him. You can tell us about anything you got going on in your life you want to vent about, or if you want to you want us to cuss that bitch out, we'll cuss that bitch out right now. Fuck her in her dirty ass shoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we have two that we're going to discuss. Somebody said they're in a predicament. Have you ever had a crush on your sibling's friend? And what to do about it?
No.
I've never had a crush on my sibling's friend, but I fucked my brother's friend. Well, actually, he fucked me.
Who?
Well, you don't know him.
Which brother?
My older brother.
I think you've told me this story before.
Mm-hmm. And
his his homeboy, like his
homeboy,
best
like
friend.
for real, like always would come over all the time. Yeah, and my brother would fall asleep,
God, he
and
cracked you
and we would hook up
while he was asleep.
Hell yeah!
Where?
In my bedroom. What do you mean? He would
But your
sleep over,
but your bedroom is right across from his.
and he was asleep.
So he would leave from your brother's. He would sleep in your brother's room.
Yeah.
Sleepover, and just get up and just come in your room and then crack your shit and then go back in his room.
Hell yeah!
That is a small hallway.
You
can
know what's
hear
even
that.
worse,
you
though?
Can hear that.
Is I also he now has a baby with a girl I hooked up with in high school.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know, isn't that fucked up?
Yo, that's
when
wild.
they posted I didn't even know they were together, and then they posted their little baby picture together, and I sent it to everybody, and I was like, guys, look. And everybody was like, stop it right now. Did they know? I'm like, of course they don't know. Yeah. Yeah, my bad.
That is fucking wild.
He was white.
Well, of course he was white. All your brother's friends is white.
No.
What?
No.
What
Just
are
he
they?
happened to be white. Black. My older brother?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I thought he hung out with a bunch of all white kids.
No.
No, I never wanted to hook up with any of my brother's friends.
Sisters?
No.
But you had to think about it.
Because I'm trying to think about who her friends were. No, I didn't want to hook up with any. I never saw their friends like that.
Yeah. I never had a crush on any of them. So I don't really know what to tell you about that. I don't know your age difference. So like, you know,
My issue is that like a lot of their friends, like they had, so for y'all, for the listeners, they're having a fucking emoji like an emote fucking spasm in the goddamn comments.
One thing
right
about
now.
Jimmy is he's gonna put some crazy
He gonna
emotes
put some
in the
emotes
chat.
up. A lot of my like siblings' friends, like I would be friends with like their friends' younger siblings.
Oh,
So like in them, I had crushes on,
okay.
but I never like the older brother. Like no, that wasn't no.
Well, the guy was younger than my brother, so he was like 2 years older than me, 1 year younger than my brother, or something like that. Because we're 4 years apart, I think.
You and your older brother?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But what's crazy is the
Was
guy.
it big? Did he have a big wiener?
I mean, I'm sure at the time I thought, I don't know, I was a teenager. I don't
Oh.
remember these things. Like, I kept going back.
I guess it
Must
wasn't.
not have been terrible.
I guess it wasn't the size of the boat, huh? Go ahead.
I mean, maybe it was. I don't remember. The fuck? I was having sex with everybody and I was also coked out. Like, you think I fucking remember?
That's true.
But he was above 18 and I wasn't. That was a common thing that I did.
How old were you when he was doing this to you?
I was like 16, 17. No, I was 16.
Well, he was like 19.
He would have been out of high school. Yeah, I hooked up with a lot of people who were out of high school. Yeah.
It's not wild on your part,
No.
but he nasty.
Yeah. I'll try to find a picture of him later for you.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm. And his bitch. Anyway, sorry, I don't know what to tell you
And that bitch's kids.
because I don't know the difference between your ages, but also if you're pretty close in age, and then like depends, like it's your sibling's friend, like how often do they come over? Did they see each other? Like, will that change the dynamic between like your sibling and their friend? Like, you know what? There's a lot of fish in the sea. You don't necessarily need to do it. You know?
Did he know? Did he find out?
I think I told him when I got older.
And what did he
But
say?
they stopped talking. Like, they weren't friends anymore.
Oh.
They stopped being friends. Let me tell you why they stopped being friends. So they stopped being friends because my brother thought he liked him. He was like, he's always so weird with me. Like, yeah. So they actually stopped being friends.
Because he thought that he was gay.
Yeah.
And he was.
Right.
Just not for him.
So I didn't say anything, but I think I know I told my mom and I told my
Damn,
brother.
that's so sick. That nigga was like, I can't have you, so let me get the next best thing.
Right. Right. I remember the first time it happened. So my older brother.
What is the setup? Like,
Okay, so
walk us through this.
The first time it happened was my older brother. He was asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So in that, you know, my bedroom.
Yeah.
That was his at the time. When he lived there, that was his bedroom.
Which one was yours?
The big one. Mine was across the Ryan's. The one with the treadmill.
How didn't he hear y'all? Go ahead.
I know.
He had to have heard y'all. There's no way.
He sleeps like my dad. You can't wake him up.
Whoa.
Yeah, he sleeps like my dad. I'm sure. I don't know how my mom didn't hear. She hears everything. You cough and she's like, "Excuse you." But yeah, okay. So he was asleep and they had like a big ass bed in that bedroom, and so I'm laying there. Because we used to all play video games. We would do like whatever, right? So I would play video games with them. And I almost said my older brother's name. He's asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And so starts like, yeah, I don't know. He was just like touchy, but like that's all guys were. You know when you're
But
in
no,
high
like
school?
he just walked into your room. And
No. I was with them.
Oh,
right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I was horny. I was slut.
Okay.
I would put it in anything, and anything could put it in me.
Gotcha.
So, literally, we're sitting there. I think they're playing GTA. Like, that's usually the one we played. That or Halo, like one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
And my older brother's asleep. He would go like this. You know what I mean? Like touch your leg, touch your whatever. And you'd always just be like, kind of like you. And I would like smack your hand away. And it's like, don't stop, but like, ew, stop, don't touch me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'd do it over and over and over and over. And then he would just get closer and I would just like let him. And then he just like touched like my butthole. And I was like, it's on. And so I got up and I was like, and then we just had sex in my room. Actually, no, not the first time wasn't sex. I gave him a head. Then we knew
from that, but we knew the floodgate was open. Then
we knew what was going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first time I remember. We were sitting there, and back then we had it was like a big, you know, the corner computer desks that like do that. So he had one, but it was like it framed his bed. So like the bed was in the corner, and then the desk framed the bed.
Okay.
And there was like workout stuff on the other side, and so we were all just like playing games on the bed, and my brother fell asleep. My brother's like my dad. He would fall asleep all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy. Yeah. I'm pretty sure my older brother knows because I think my little brother told him. But when I told my little brother, he was like, that makes sense. Because he was gay as fuck. Yeah.
Hey, your younger brother has a really good gaydar.
Except when I went to tell him that I was gay.
Yeah.
And he was like, but you fuck a lot of girls. And I was like, that's not the point. Bro, when I went to go tell my little brother I was gay, I told him like out of LOLs.
Uh-huh.
So we were playing. Oh my God. We were snorting his Adderall.
Hey, this is a crazy start to the story, bro.
So.
Yo, no, we not about to move past that. How old was y'all?
I don't know. I was in high school.
Do your mama know y'all was doing this?
No.
Oh my God.
She knows how I told him though, but she didn't know like that.
You
detailed.
told your brother you was gay during an Adderall session?
Listen, Linda, listen.
So he could focus on what you
right. I needed him to really focus, so I crushed up some Adderall. Actually, I think we did a Tylenol that time.
That's even crazier.
I don't know. We were snorting something.
What the fuck?
So he must have been in like grade 9 or 10 or something.
Whoa.
No, he couldn't have been. I don't know. I don't know. It's like 20 years ago. Okay, forgive me for the details. But we were playing also video games because that's all we did at the time. There was no like, you didn't have cell phones and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So we're playing
Remember
video games.
outside?
Right. So we're playing. Remember Adderall snorting?
No.
The good old days.
We don't remember that. You
Similar
barely
times.
remember it. Go ahead.
So we were playing Halo.
Okay.
You know the one where they had those like monsters and you would shoot their head and they blow up and all the little things would come out of their head?
Uh-huh.
That's the one. So we're playing it and it was like kind of spooky. And I was like, I got to tell you something. And he's like, what? And I was like, no, like I really got to tell you something. Okay. It's crazy. Mind you, we both snorted something. I got to tell you something. It's crazy. He's like, what? And I was like, Ryan, like I got to tell you something. He's what? I was like, Ryan, I'm gay. And he was like, no, what? And I was like, no, I'm gay. And he was like, Nick, what is it? And I'm like, Ryan, I'm gay. He's like, no, you're not. And I was like, yes, I am. He goes, you fuck too many girls I know. No, like you're not. What is it? I was like, oh,
sweetheart.
Right. Okay. So no, I do both. And he goes, oh,
sweetie.
Oh man. And I think he was like, so I can't call you a faggot? I was like, no, you can call me a faggot. That's fine. But from that day on, no one could call me one. Yeah. Like if anybody said anything about me, he was on that.
He was on that time.
He still called me a faggot on the way home, but no one else could. That was one thing about Ryan.
Yeah, I fucked that faggot up for calling you a faggot, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. He would be like, yeah, I beat his ass because he called you a faggot. I do something, he'd be like, you fucking faggot to me? I'm like, oh, okay, great. But yeah. High school was wild.
You've had a childhood, honey.
I'm tired now, you know? I lived a life.
I would be exhausted too.
That was just my teenage years.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
God.
Mm-hmm. So fun.
Was that it?
Yeah, I got one more.
Okay.
Can exes be friends? I want to hang out with my ex, but it always gets sexual.
Y'all can't be friends, but exes can be friends. you
specific
two
you
two niggas can't be friends, but yes, I think exes can be friends.
Yeah,
I do.
I don't have
You
it.
don't think so?
I don't have it in me.
I think it's a maturity level. I think that if you
The person that sent that can't, Jimmy.
sure can't.
Right.
I think it's just level of maturity. If you both have the same level of maturity, then I'm sure you can definitely be friends. It's just maturity and respect. I think that people just. It also depends on why y'all exes.
Right. True.
Like if that
True.
person cheated on you, absolutely fuck
Right,
not.
but if you just grew apart because, like, you know what, maybe we're better as friends. No, I still couldn't. Because
And
I'd
it's
be like,
like-
damn, I know what that dick hits like, you know?
That's
No, what? You please come on, Emin. Okay, no,
There's a
you
lot
get
of dick outside.
No, it doesn't matter. Familiar dick. You get a little fucked up. Okay,
familiarity.
too much, a little bitch. You cracked off the Hennessy. Okay, they say Don Julio makes you act a Julio. Have you ever seen me on Hennessy?
But that's where the maturity comes in. We're friends, but we also know that we can't get drunk with each other because then we gonna be
It's not
69ing.
It's not even about getting drunk together. Now I'm drunk. I came home. I want to get my shit cracked. I don't want to ask these random strangers. We got fucking HPV, HIV, H-Elemento, JP, Q, RS, TUV out here. They are passing everything. I'm serious. They are passing everything down the line. Okay? But I know what that's like. Bring that dick on over.
Why are you pointing at me like that?
Bring that dick. You're like, podcast over. Please help me, guys. No, you just get a little fucked up, and you're
But
like,
then that's when the other person goes, "No, we can't do that."
and then I text
'Cause
back
we're
in full
friends.
caps. I said, bring that dick on over.
I would put you on mute and make you go find some more dick somewhere else.
That's very rude, and so you don't care about me now.
We broken and we exes now.
When you're single, you're both single. Actually, it's not my fucking problem what you're doing. If I'm single and I text you, I want some dick, you better get your ass in that car. I don't care if we like each other or not.
Who the fuck you talking to?
All I'm saying is that in my past, that's always how it went.
But that's okay. I've been friends with exes before.
Hmm.
I've been friends with exes which is really fucking crazy. I've been exes with friends to the point to where they got into relationships with other people, and I would talk to him about his relationship with this other man and how he needs to be better for that other nigga.
I'm not emotionally mature enough for that. You got a problem with them? Dump him.
I've had this nigga call me while I'm hanging out, and he's like, so this. I'm like, well, did you do him this way? You need to like blah 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 because when we was together, you used to. So don't do that to him, bitch. Like shit like that.
I'll be like, you want me to whoop his ass?
I wouldn't.
And I'll
You
whoop your
fighting
ass
for-
too.
You fighting for an ex?
No. I just want to fight. But
No, I ain't gonna lie. If we broke up and you was with somebody and then like he disrespected shit out of you, I would beat the shit out that
right,
nigga for real.
it's
like,
not even about
the fuck is
like
wrong with
you.
nigga?
It's like, how dare you?
Like nigga, don't do that, bro.
Especially, it also depends how you broke up.
Yeah.
Because if we're cool, no one really did each other wrong. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, you know what? It's not working out. And then someone does like you wrong. I might poke them.
You need to stop. You turn the Mob Wives off. You're done watching Mob Wives. That was crazy.
Okay, but I wasn't poking people before
That
Mob
was
Wives.
crazy. I'm gonna turn your mic off.
I think you just turned it up.
Oh.
Like, what?
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't have advice for
crazy.
you again. So everybody who's written in today, I have no advice, but you did get some good stories. That's all we're here for. I'm not a fucking therapist. Why are you writing in? Keep writing in. Sorry.
Why are you Don't write in. Write in.
All right.
Anyway, thank y'all for watching. This has been another episode of the Emmizzie podcast. I'm Eben. This is Nicholas. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, come watch this live. Follow us at all the links at the bottom. This yawny bitch with his sideways mouth is real crazy. I'm fucking irritated that my fucking robe is covered in soda right now.
Olipop?
And soda. And now I gotta go put it in the fucking washing machine.
I'm going to go to the gym. I'm committed, I think.
He about to go see his boyfriend, y'all.
Wait, is it even open?
Yeah.
Is it 24 hours or is it
It's
just on the
24
night?
hours.
Who the fuck works the night shift and why?
Oh, probably your
24
homegirl.
hours. That's so crazy.
There's probably nobody in there either.
I'm gonna be able to do everything I want, except I can't do anything because I fucked my shoulder up.
Oh,
I'm just gonna do lats and legs.
well. What if that girl? Never mind.
Hey, hey, cut it out. Cut it out.
Anywho, bye.
Damn, quick ass dog.